Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be taking a look at this blue LED 4-in-1 on-off toggle switch panel, 2 USB, a 12/24 volt car, boat, marine, RV truck accessory that you can actually bolt onto your car, where you'll have a couple more places to plug in your tablet, your iPad, or even just a regular old phone. And this one here does include the voltage, and it also has a on-off button. And over here is an accessory where you can plug in an optional item. Now, unlike the other one I reviewed the other day, which did not come with all this here, this one here actually comes with the wires. It comes with clips, connectors, and also bolts. And this here has a long elongated sort of a piece of plastic here that you can bolt this stuff left and right. The reason this one interested me was because this one here actually has an on-off switch, which is right there. Now, the price on these are just a little bit less than my other review I did on the 4-piece one. It didn't even have a on-off switch or come with any wires. And this one here, you buy one for $15.29, or you buy two, you'll get a little bit of a discount, $14.37 each. So here's a quick look what they show you online, what it looks like. Of course, a lot of people go by pictures when they buy stuff. They want to see what it looks like. And of course, they make it good here. They really show you everything that they possibly can. And what we're going to do in my video, we're going to open up the box and look at it and test it and put some power to it and show you what it looks like, and also see if the voltage meter there works and all of that. So let's get to it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Came in the box just like this. And there's our wires. And there's our clips on the wires, which is nice. Alright, so we'll put this off to the side, and here is the piece itself. Pretty big piece. And you can see here, you could probably hook in. I don't think you don't want to hook up a cigarette lighter into this. It will probably blow the fuse. It's not that heavy. It's not made for that. This is more or less maybe for like a radar detector or something. But you can see we've got that there, and we got a USB port here. Now these are both, let's see if I can see this. These are 5 volt. Both of these are 2.1 amps. So, and there's a voltage meter. You can see that there. And there's the on-off switch. And there's the back of it. Looks like it's pretty simple to hook up. Although the on-off switch has 3 places that you got to connect wires to. And there's a voltage regulator, and you got the plus minus on each one of these back here, positive, negative. So it shouldn't be too bad to hook up. Alright, we'll move that off the side, and here are the wires you get. 3 sets of wires, and we got 4 screws here, countersunk, and we got our little wire connectors here. So with this here, I've actually paid a little bit more because you do get the wires with this. The other one I bought that I did a review on a couple days ago, you don't get the wires. So, you know, it's your option. You can do whatever you want. And these are pretty heavy wires. Let's see what gauge wires these are. All right, so there's the wire. And what's interesting and what I like, you get a fuse with this. This is all fused. And this is an 18 gauge wire, so this is really thick wire. It's really tough. And I'm curious, they didn't say, I wonder if there is a fuse inside this, because sometimes you got to buy fuses. Let's see. Oh, all right, yeah, we got a little fuse there, so that's nice. So all these wires has fuses. That'll make it nice. Don't have to worry about buying fuses, but I don't think it said in the literature. I'll have to go back and see. And there's all that. And there's the other 2 sets of wires. And right here, you got these old guys here. All you got to do is push these on. Now, when you push these on, it's going to be very difficult to get these back off. You actually got to take a small, something really sharp. You got to slide this back like this. You got to push on that centerpiece right there, and that'll release these. I've seen guys try to pull on these. They actually pull the wire off of the clip, just so you know. So let's go ahead and put some power to this and see how it looks. All right, so I've got my battery charger here, and we're going to hook some power up to this. Now, see, this one here, you're not going to get any light. This is just an accessory. But here is the 5 volt 2.1 amp for the cell phone or iPad charger. So we'll go ahead and hook this up here and see what it looks like. It says it's blue. I wonder how bright it is. Alright, so we got that there. I'll take the hot one and go on the back side. And alright, now so that's pretty nice. You can kind of see that there. not too bright, not too dim. And of course that would go over that like that. Alright, let's see how the voltage meter here works. That would be a really nice feature to have. Alright, so look on the back, and there is negative and positive on the back here. You can figure out which side to hook this to. And let's see, get this hooked up on that side there, and let's hook this up on the side. Now I've got this on a voltage, on a battery charger here, so the voltage might be a little low. Alright, yeah, 10.5 volts. And it looks like it's pretty accurate. It's jumping around there pretty good, so that's really nice. I think I'm going to like this, and like I said, you can actually bolt this long ways. The one I had before was a big square, so depending on the room you have in your automobile, truck, car, SUV, or whatever, this actually might fit fairly well. Of course, you'll have to drill some holes in the back, so that's really nice. The voltage meter there keeps jumping around. So, alright, so that's that. Alright, so I've kind of been playing around with it here, and I was trying to figure out the best way to get these wires on the back of the switch back here. So I found out if you just push on this pops right out. But there is some bad news here. Let me show you something real quick. We'll take this out, make it a little bit easier for you to see. And if you take this out, you can hook your wires on the back of this. But if you push this back in, it doesn't really snap in there. It just kind of hangs in there, and it just kind of falls out. If you don't have to push on it very much on the back. So if you have a bunch of these wires connected to the back of this, and you got to move these wires around, this button is going to fall out. So that's a little depressing. I don't know why they didn't fix that in there a little bit better. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see that, there are a couple little things right there that will grab on to this lip. But the lip on the inside of this case is not thin enough. It's actually way too thick, and it doesn't go behind this and catch. So that's a little discouraging. So what I'll probably have to do, and you may have to do, is actually put some glue around this. Hook your wires up first. Make sure your wires are right where you want them, and put a little glue around this, some super glue, and push that in there, because I think over time, if you move the wires around, this will just kind of fall out like this. So, oh well. Just so you know. But other than that, everything else is okay. I think I can probably live with it. I mean, for the price, it's probably okay. But the nice thing is you got the voltage regulator, and if you don't know if your battery's charging right or your alternator is not working right, this here will tell you how much voltage your alternator is putting out. Let's measure this across here and see how big this actually is. They tell you in millimeters, but I want to see what it is in inches. Well, you know, some people want to know this stuff, I know. So this thing's about 8 inches across, so it's fairly long, and it's about 2 inches tall. So if you have a nice place on your dash where you can kind of cut into, or just about anywhere in your automobile, this should fit in there pretty nice. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and hook up some power back up to this. And what I want to do is go ahead and hook up a cell phone and a little bit of a camera here. So we've got the GoPro Hero 3. We're going to hook that up and see if this actually does charge. It's lit up. I should probably pull this back out of the way. This is going to fall over. Hang on. All right, now let's go ahead and hook some power back up to this. It's kind of sketchy, but it works. All right, so we got 10.4 volts, so our battery charger is working fairly well. So let's go ahead and hook this on the back of this here. See what we got. And we have power. So we'll set that down there like this for a second. And I've got my cell phone here. We'll hook this up. Now my cell phone will take 2.1 amps or 1 amp. The older cell phones I talked about earlier in a video, you got to kind of be careful. They are not rated for that, but you know, a lot of newer phones nowadays are rated for 2.1, charging just fine because they have a chip built in the phone that will regulate the right amount of electricity that the battery should have. So let's hook this up here. Now when I plug this in, if this is actually working, this phone will light up telling me that it's getting a charge. And let's see, here we go. All right, she's plugged in. And hey, it's charging. All right, so you can see I got the charge indication there. And let's make sure the top one's working here as my clip came off. And we'll plug this in like this. And let's see if this phone comes back on. All right, and they both work. Great. I wish I had a way to hook everything up in a series so I can use the on-off switch and all that. But I'm pretty sure that it does work. Everything else here seems to be okay. All right, so what we'll do now is go ahead and hook our GoPro up. Okay, so what we'll do now, here's my Hero 3 that I paid 50 bucks for. Hopefully I don't burn it up. Some of the older ones, when they first came out, would only take 1 amp. Now this here only has 2.1 in each one. Now I've done some research online. There seems to be a little bit of confusion where they actually started to say that the GoPros can take 2.1 amp charging, but I'm going to take a chance here and see if it's going to work. I think this will be okay. That's what they say. I don't know. So if you know, maybe let me know. So let's go ahead and plug this in, the 2.1 here, and see if this will take it. And yeah, okay, it's working. Great. Turn it on real quick and see if we have an indication of charging, and we do. I don't know if you can see that. Wonderful. So this is going to be a pretty nice. I'm actually going to stick this into one of my vehicles that I'm going to be driving quite some time. Real interesting here. It seems to be a pretty nice little unit for the price, I guess. And of course, you can see the screws here are nice and countersunk, nice and flush. They don't look unprofessional, so that's really nice. You get all the screws for that to go across it there. And also one other quick note here, this is not a short cable. This is a 10-foot cable here, a charging cable that I'm going to actually be putting on something so I can actually have enough room to hook in my GoPro here, because these batteries don't last that long. This will give me unlimited power supply in recording with my 64 gig card. And I know these have been out for a while, but they are actually getting fancier. A lot of people, engineers, developers are actually putting these in different patterns and everything, and they're just really interesting to see how technology has come along. And you can see we'll hook this up one more time there and see the voltage there. Nice, clear screen. No pixelating or no blurriness or whatever. You know, some of these, when you unhook it, you can still see the numbers from behind. But not this one. And if it's really dark, look at that. It's pretty bright. And as for the light on the little switch, let's see what it looks like. And it's blue, so it's fairly bright. So it's kind of nice to have a blue light there. And you flip it off, flip it back on. So that's kind of interesting. But you can see you could actually drill a hole in another object. You can actually measure this like I've done here. I've actually have a template here that I'm kind of experimenting with. This is going to bolt to something. And you could hook a lot of these up. The nice thing about this particular one, you have a fuse. You can put a fuse on each one of these and you'll never have to worry about blowing the main fuse in line. So yeah, this is something you can do here. And as you can see here, I've already kind of been playing around with this, and you can see you can put that there. And it goes nice and flush in there, like that. All kind of ways to actually put something like this in your automobile. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, guys. That's about it for now. And let me know where you're watching from. And I hope you like this review. And until my next video, guys, I will see you later.